As you can see, Pie People, where this series has come from is every series I've ever played, I basically killed every animal. Like, even if I've tried not to kill them, I've ended up killing them. And it's time to change. How are you doing and how have you been? My name's Tazastical, this is Rimworld, and of course we are back today with a new Rimworld series. We're going to do a Cowboy series in particular. Now, normally we don't do service announcements at the beginning of the episodes, however, I feel the need to just thank everyone for their time, anyone that's interested in watching this. It just makes me that little bit closer to my dream to be able to do this full time. And any support I get is always appreciated. A little bit about me and how I like to play, just so you're aware, is I do like the story of Rimworld. Whilst I like to be as efficient as possible, I do like the fun of getting to know everyone, getting the story, so I do try and, to the best of my ability, be true to the ideology, the story that we're making, and sometimes in games, behind the efficiency, we can lose what is most important, and that is the story behind games and getting to know people and the journey of where we've come from rather than just the end goal. So while not every series hits a completion in the game's eyes, we have to look at it as completion in our eyes, in our heart. And now I'm just yabbering on. Let's get to it, party people. Hope you enjoy. Stick with me. Cowboy Nation! So we're going to jump straight in for New Colony. We're going to start with tribes people. I think it's a little bit funner, to be honest. I have been really enjoying that. I normally always use the crash landed, but tribe it is today. We're going to go Cassandra losing is fun and reload anytime. I do prefer Cassandra when you start with like tribe and crash landed, just because I find Randy sometimes just doesn't attack you for like years on end, and I think Cassandra gradually getting tougher and tougher just gives us challenges and helps so you guys don't get bored watching. We're going to go with the only seed that we are allowed to use, and I mean anyone can type it, but let's just pretend you can't, because it sounds a bit more badass. We'll go 50% just because it gives us a bit more options. I don't want to do anything too crazy with that just in case the PC struggles, although hopefully it doesn't. Let's generate and see where our cowboys are going to giddy up to. I'm sorry. So here we go, party people. This is our world and we have 50% coverage. It's very, very busy. I've selected an area in the Arab shrubland as that's where I'd like this colony to be. As we're doing a cowboy let's play with lots of animals, I think that will go really, really nicely. Having a deeper look of where we've gone and why we've gone here. So we're right next to a road, which is really handy for when we get events, although the first event we'll get is over here and it'll make that totally redundant, but it means we can get around a little bit more. Now obviously it'd be nicer if the Empire or people were closer to us, but I think I'm happy with this spot. Year-round growing because we're cowboys, and let's make our life a little bit easy. Right, last thing, we're going to go advanced. We're going to go one more just because bigger is better, and we're going to go next. So here we go. Now we're going to create our ideology. I am going to be back in 2 seconds. So here we go, the creed of animalism. And we've gone through stuff that basically all buffs it. Instead of trying to do a playthrough that's like super, super hard, we're going to go with something that buffs everything. So everything is around helping the rancher, because rancher is basically central to what we do, as you can see here. So having more animals and lots of animals gives us lots of mood boosts and stuff like that, which is really, really good. Also gives us lots of bonuses, as you can see down here. So butcher efficiency, 120%. Animal gathering yield, 120%. Tame chance, 120%. So it's really, really good for keeping animals. Drug use, medical only, which is a bit negative, but it is what it is. Work drive tripled. So the leader can then use his work drive ability, and that is the duration is tripled by 300%. Which is just going to like buff what we're already doing. Other than that, there's nothing too much to note. Down here I've put the roles, so the leader will wear a cowboy hat just because the leader just wants to be down with the people. Everyone else will be wearing capes. We have rituals, so we have animal burial, we have collective fiesta, and we have slaughtering, just sacrifice. Buildings, nothing new there. Haven't really touched anything. Relics are the same. I have put us preferred apparel cowboy hats. I wasn't sure whether to do this or not, because as I show you here, if it's... Well, basically, strong gives a +2 permanent mood boost, and you can change it to relaxed, which just gives +1. Because we're doing this gameplay, I'm going to do cowboy hat and strong. Or should I just remove it? No, let's keep it like that, because that's the playthrough that we're going to do. We're just basically making an ideology that all buffs each other, and we want to be cowboys. For appearances, I've literally just clicked on so everything is rural, so we look like as much cowboys as possible, and that's that. Next, we go into the colonists, so I won't take too long here. I'll get the colonists sorted, and then we'll come back and talk over the people that I've selected and why I've selected them. So here we have it, party people. We've got our 5 colonists, so let's walk through them very quickly on what I've aimed to do. So health-wise, I've tried to get them down to, obviously, as little health conditions as possible. And first, we have Seedling, so welcome to the group. I love his double passion, especially in melee and shooting. He's probably going to go into melee. Great memory, which is really, really good, means unused skills will lose half their rate, which is cool, and you'll learn quicker as well. And you've got passions with plants, mining, cooking, so while you're not going to get the big mood boosts through the double passions of doing it, you will get a little mood boost, and then you can sort of like go between 3 of them depending what we need. Next, we have almost, so we're not almost there, but we're up to almost. Work that out. You're basically going to be our constructor, body purist, so no bionic parts for you, steadfast, which basically means you're not going to break as quick, and jogger, which means you're going to move quicker, so might look to see if he can haul and clean. Incapable of caring though, so let's make sure we don't get 2 more colonists like that, although I've already done them, but you know, we can pretend. Next is Julius. So Julius is super immune and gourmand. So basically +4 cooking, but basically means his hunger rate is times by 150% as it shows. Again, nothing too great. Another melee person, which I've learnt my lesson on Rimworld. Let's get some more melee people. And you're going to be artistic, a crafter, a plant cutter. You're going to live the dream. Next, we got hands. Keep your hands off this colonist. Physically dull, so physical sensitivity is -50%, and nimble, so you're going to be another melee person. We're going to have to work out how we're going to do this melee, but it's basically melee dodge chance is +15, which is really good. The trap chance isn't really going to impact us too much, but it is what it is. Cooking, double passion, so you're probably going to do that and love the Cooking, double passion, so you're probably going to do that and love life. You do have an old gunshot wound, which is a bit negative, but I'm relatively happy with this colonist. So next we've got Arctic, careful shooter, again. Hunger rate is up, which is a bit of a pain. And jogger, so you run quicker. Your animals, because we're going to do a cowboy let's play, we need to yee-haw and giddy up in gear. So we make sure our animals' skill is quite good. Although, as we saw in the ideology, we do get bonuses through taming anyway. And a miner, because it was the only thing that we were really missing. Again, an old gunshot wound, which is a bit negative, but I really did like the colonist. I do have the prepare carefully mod. It's the only mod that I have up. However, I did not use it here. With that being said, party people, I've rambled on too much. Let's get to it. Let's start. The gods were very angry. The blood machines came at night. They swept through your village, cutting and burning your people with their blades and devil fire. Only a few of you survived. Only a few of you escaped. Now, after a harrowing journey, with no friends to turn to, you must build a new home. In the wilderness, like your ancestors did. Let's go, party people. So the first things that we want to do here is not only, to be fair, let's scout the map out. So the first thing we want to look for is this bad boy here, as it's just really good in just like producing psychic fighters all the way through. So we'll probably build a base close to that. Now we have got a nice little room here that already tickles my fancy, where we've got steam geyser there, steam geyser there, so we could just wall ourselves in this bit. We will have a look around just to see if there's anything else of interest in the map. Lots of berry bushes and stuff like that. However, I do believe we do get a negative. I think, don't we have to like eat meat only, or am I mistaken? Yeah. So I just seen in here, so it says at the bottom, so sown human food plant, we will get a -4. Now, I did think there was something else where it was like, we only eat meat, but I think it's just we're going to get a penalty if we start harvesting like rice and stuff like that. So we'll have to keep that in mind. Okay, so let's have another look around. There's lots of steam geysers and stuff. A big bit of mountain there. However, I think I'm done with infestations for a lifetime. Okay, so I think we're going to set up in here. I think it's actually a really good spot. Now, I want to keep the cowboy sort of theme as we're sort of going through. So I want it to feel like a cowboy base. But the first thing I want to do is just outline here, because I don't want to build in the green radius. And then we're basically going to plan our base. We're going to do sort of the regular thing that I think most people do when we start, and where we're going to put them all in a garrison and then sort of expand from there, as I think that's going to work really, really nicely. We are going to have to like start hunting pretty much immediately, or as quick as we can, just because that is going to be how we're going to do this playthrough. Right, there we go. So we got the plan outlined, so I don't have to keep clicking on that. So the first thing we're going to do now, Arab shrubland, as you can see, we don't have tons of trees and whatnot. Wildlife-wise, I'm already excited to see donkeys and stuff like that. But we potentially have these rhinos that I can manually equip our people to take down early. So firstly, let's equip everyone with all our weaponry. Jade knife. Hands. Oh, we start with a horse, a guinea pig, and a husky. That's not too shabby. And your melee as well. You're going for the bow, you're going for the bow. So we have actually a lot of melee people, which I mean is fine. Worries me. Oh, Arctic, I nearly forgot about you, my man. Oh, you're melee as well. That's actually quite funny. I've never had as many melee people as this. So, work schedules, the fun thing. So I think actually, no. So work schedules, the fun thing. I think what we want to do is just something really basic to begin with. So all of the things to the left, we want to set on 1. This is the sexy stuff as you're just coming into a new game. Right, handling, we've got 2 people that are okay at handling. And then what I want to do, just for the time being, is remove all these. I have to admit, there's stuff about base builders and Rimworld specifically. Like when you're starting for the first time, like it's so much fun. Right, and then all I want to do is, so double passions, you can get a 1. Saying that, I don't, yeah. Almost is getting a bow. And then seedlings, are you getting a bow as well? Yeah. So we're taking this careful this time, like, before I would like rush into a save really quickly. Now, I'm not the best at Rimworld. I can hear you in the comments. No, yes, you are, Tazza. You're amazing. I know, party people, I know. I try my best. 1... I know no one writ that. The one person like, no one writ that. I know. Words can hurt. So go 1 and 2. Do need a minor, so we'll go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. So I'm basically just setting everyone up on their passions. Anything other than that, I'm not too like bothered about. I'll set up the crafting and stuff, but again, like we're probably not going to get there this episode, so I won't worry too much. But this basically just sets up everyone on their passions, because then they get mood boosts because of it. As I trip over my own words. So we're going to cut a few trees, but nothing crazy, because nothing really crazy to cut. Day 1, the priority for us is to get like a garrison up. So I really want to build on this sand, because we haven't got a lot of soil in here. That's the only negative. We've got some really good ones there, but I don't really want to set up our base there. I think it's pretty perfect near this tree. So I want to make sure the buildings that we're setting up are going to be on the sand, so they don't impact the grass, because that's pretty much where we're going to want to put our animals and stuff. So the first garrison will do something like a 10 by 10, and we will chuck that here. And we will just build wooden walls around it. I'll miss out the corners just to save that extra bit of resource. And we'll go adore that, That would be fine for the moment. So let's... I think we can kick off. Actually, we're going to put a stockpile next to this anyway. I want the planning. I love planning in Rimworld. It's actually so fun. So I'm going to go stockpile here, 10 by 10. And then I'll put like the next wooden walls that are going to go down. But then what I'll do is I'll highlight it. No, highlight all the walls. But then I won't allow, because I want all this in first, because I think it's going to be more important that we get housing and stuff like that early on. Look at me, party people. Right, let's unpause. Here we go, party people. Have got our animals, so we'll sort out animal beds, all that sort of stuff, taming, all that sort of stuff, early doors. Priority for me to begin with is going to be getting, obviously, the 5 sleeping spots. We want to get the 2 research benches, table chairs, hoop ring torches, and that's going to be in the main room. We're then going to pretty much live the dream. The only problem is where we've chucked this down. We're not going to be able to grow any plants in here, so I've been learning, party people, because garrisons in the past have been doing it, just sort of made everyone super miserable. So what we really wanted to do was put some dandelions, or sorry, some roses or daylilies in there. But we can always expand this up a little bit when we do the workshop, and then double this room, and then we'll have this growing space here to do that, just for the time being, before we can do like individual housing or however we're going to do it. So we're on speed 3, just seeing everyone go about their day. Got lots of wood. Let me open up the stuff on the top left hand just so I can see our resources. I probably want a dumping stockpile, so I will just pause this just for slightly... That wasn't even a word. Just a dumping stockpile there. Just so we can haul them out of there. Just to move them out of the way. Move that out of the way of the door. Lovely, lovely. Early Rimworld. Easy, easy mode. So let's allow this one here. And I will actually order, because I can see the wood shortages happening already. I mean, when we run out of wood, we will just go to making stuff out of steel. So we want to prioritise stone blocking pretty quickly. But I think we'll go complex furniture into stone block. And then what we want to do is get our sleeping spots down. 1, 2, 3. That's going to bother me being slightly off centre. 4, 5. And we'll get a torch, and we'll just put it there for the time being. That will be absolutely fine. We also want to go recreation. Hopstone ring. Nearly called it hopscotch. So there we go. Nice, nice start. Obviously, we want to have a strong start to the episode that sort of shows our plans moving forward. Then we're I want to click on all these. Allow that. Wood-wise, 400. We're fine. We get the light, then we can get the table and the chairs. So we'll go bang. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. We'll probably get some plant pots. Yeah, I suppose let's get like 4 plant pots up just to start us off. Hopefully that will make amends for the beauty. I mean, how much beauty will they actually give? I imagine it's a case of nothing until it actually grows. So, the garrison is up. Basically, I've got some notes in front of myself because I'm terrible for games like Rimworld, just like going off on a tangent and then not actually doing what we want. We need to cut some more trees down. Now, we are getting a bit further away from our colony. So, when we have to start mining steel, we will do so. There we go. But we might just do wood with this and then swap over pretty quickly. But so far I'm happy. I mean, it's, you know, there's not much to go wrong here. But I feel like day 1, it sort of sets up how your colony is going to be. How efficient or not that you are. So I am happy that we're doing this. We do need to get traps up. That is something we need to do sooner rather than later. We have lots of colonists, but one bad, like, accident. So what beauty do these plants give? Oh, a 15. So you hit the beauty tool down at the bottom right-hand corner, and then you can see how beautiful everything is and how ugly everything is. So desert is actually really, really ugly. So that's one thing. Don't settle on desert pie, people. I shouldn't have done that. Shouldn't have done that. I mean, It'll be fine. We'll put some wood flooring down because apparently we have ample amounts of wood. So there we go. Our stockpile is under roofed. So that goes to the next things that we want to do. Because we are butcher happy, we need to get our butcher's table. Do we want to start mining some steel? Because wood is getting sparse already. And we are wasting our time. I mean, we're going to waste our time mining, aren't we? Steel is here. Okay. I think for the initial buildings, let's go wood. So we're going to go butcher's station there. And then I want to go to, where is the campfire? Where is the campfire? I can never remember temperature. It's because it's in temperature that always like weirds me out. And then we'll put the campfire, I guess there. It doesn't really matter. And then that is the stockpile done. Lovely. So we can add a bill. I will just put like, make simple meal times by 4. We're going to do just something really simple just to start us out on. So I'll do, there's 5 of us, so I'll do 25. That's 5 meals each. Unpause at like, I don't know, 10. I mean, I'll select everything, but you're only going to really do it out of meat anyway, because it's the only thing that we're going to do. We could do pelican early. Like, let me have a look at this. Oh no, we need vegetables to do that, so we're not going to be doing that early. That sort of sums that up for us quite nicely. Then we're going to set up a single meal. We set up a single meal afterwards, just in case they don't have any resources to do times 4. They will have resources to do just 1, hopefully. With that being said, we are going to have to start hunting animals sooner rather than later. Let's set our animals here. We have got a horse that we need to set a zone for, otherwise it's going to wander off. However, I just want to get the base sorted first, and then we'll probably do that day 2. Day 1 has been fairly productive. I mean, we're at 1,800 hours. And it's actually been going giddy up good. No, like the cowboy jokes are never going to stop, hi people. They're only going to get worse from here. Like, you've heard the best ones that I've got. Anything else is just going to be tragic. That's assuming they're not tragic at the moment. Let's cut a few more trees down. We're getting some few more pots and plants down. If it's really ugly in here, then we'll look to get even more in. That's absolutely fine. But a strong day 1. Day 2 will be getting the butcher station. We'll start hunting, making sure we get that food. Then we're going to be getting the research stations. I think we're going to start with 2 and then see how we go from there. Because I used to always just get 1, but since playing it more and more, I just realised how efficient it is to start off with like as many as possible. So we'll probably do that in the work schedule. So what I'll do is, we haven't got anyone that's really passionate for it, which is a shame. So what I'll probably do is almost... That's going to be weird, his name being almost. It's just going to be so confusing. So almost and hands, basically I want you to get hands on and almost... No, this is terrible. This is terrible. And they'll be our researchers, so they'll do that before the hauling and cleaning. So that will be perfect. I'm going to take seedlings off of plant cutting just because... No, not seedlings. I might take hands off of growing and plant cutting, because otherwise we have 3 people on it. So I think I'm more happy with that. We do need to worry about the kill box and whatnot. I'm going to butcher creature. We will just do forever, get it in meals. Because the only good thing about this food... So is anyone getting a mood loss from doing this? No. I wonder if we make that to start with, because this stores in a free fridge, like, for a year. So maybe we go to the campfire, and the first thing we do is a times 4. Because we can harvest the berry bushes. The problem is it might stack. Because then... So, let's do an experiment. This bush here, harvest... Who is so seedlings? Can you come down and harvest this? Because I want to see the mood penalty. Right, so you've harvested that. No, we didn't get a mood. So let me just look on ranching. Sowed human flu. So, okay. So we only get a negative for sowing a plant. not for actually harvesting. So that changes the game, because as we can see, we've actually got, as we can see, and there's none on here, we've got a lot of berry bushes. And is this berry bushes? Yeah. But they're not all fully grown. So, because we don't have a fridge for the moment, I'm going to suspend these 2 simple meals. So basically, they're not going to be worked. And we're going to make pelican. I cannot say the words. The dyslexic just will not allow it. So do until you have, I don't know how much is a good amount, but let's say 250. Might be a bit too much. Let's say 70, let's say 125, and we'll go from there. Unpause at 555. Put the +4 over the top. How much did I say? 125. 125, 55. And again, it does the same thing where it will prioritize the ×4 meal. If they don't have enough to do ×4, they will just make the 1. So everyone is bored because actually we've been ultra efficient. Let me look at my notes and what else we need to get done. So Killbox is probably going to be the next thing. Is this the next morning? Oh my god. It's shooting through, party people. I'm trying to do as much as possible, because I am a nightmare for recording this game and then just failing at little things, and then starvation hits in. So there we go. Got berry bushes down here. Lots to harvest. So the people that are hunting, are they also harvesting? So you will. So okay. So the animals that we're going to hunt. So I really want to keep the donkeys. However, I think because it's early on, we're going to harvest them. How far away are they from us? They're not miles away. So, wait. Don't they have a chance to attack? I thought donkeys did. How weird. Okay, so we'll set them up to hunt the donkeys, so then we can get some early meat. Do we want to hunt all the donkeys? I think we do, because pelican actually lasts for like a year. So I think I'm happy with hunting all 3. Yeah, I think I'm happy with that. So we'll go like that. Next thing we will worry about is the kill box. So let's just haul these stones out the way, and we'll just add the kill box on the front of this base. 173... wood. Is there any wood? Because I would like... Problem is we're being inefficient with us, like, because we're running further and further away to cut down the trees. So let's cut down the trees here, and then I think we're pretty much ready to start making stuff out of steel, because I don't want to be running too far away. With our tree here, can we set up some meditation spots? There we go. And we'll build something nice around here, like, eventually. Right, there we go. So we're holding them stones out the way, because we will get an early attack with Cassandra. We sort of have a day 1 attack. And then we want to sort out our animal pen, because we do have a horse, and we don't want to lose it straight away. However, I just want to make sure the base is nice and sorted beforehand. We do have a good grow zone there, but I think where we are, we have a natural... like plop here, natural plop. I'm such a child. That we can like wall in here, and that will create interesting stuff. So food situation is slow, so hopefully seedlings can take this donkey out sooner rather than later. I hope he's not a donkey about it and can actually do it. See, donkeys do have quite a bit of health. Like seedlings, I trust you. I trust you can do this. There we go. So the donkey's down. Lovely. There we go. So we're harvesting. Let's make some meat. Make some meat, cook some meat. So let's make sure this is working as intended. I imagine everyone's got awful barracks. Slope sleep, awful barracks. Okay, let's try... I can never remember the... furniture. So we can get some more wooden pots, so let's do so. We have got some wood, so what we would like to do is get 2 research benches up. One there, perfect. Don't build that there. And then we'll build that one there. Cool. And then we'll build some chairs. Perfect. We'll build some more wooden pots. There we go. There we go. And then we can start research, which will be really, really good. Like I said, we're going to prioritise going through complex furniture, then straight into stone cutting. I always go straight to mortars. I always think that's the way. But we're going to try something different. We're going to try and smash this series out of the floor, which is a weird phrase. Like, no one's ever said that phrase. And party people, as you can tell, I am treating you to a hour-long episode. We're going to start off this episode with a bang, with a wallop. Hour-long of cowboy actions, which is just weird. If I go to needs, we've still got awful barracks, slept on the floor. But we do have the wearing cowboy hat, the two. Luckily, there's no negatives through not wearing the cowboy hat, because what I wanted was an incentive to wear it, but not a negative if we don't. Now, a lot of people are idle, which is very, very good. So I would actually like to start mining some steel ever so slowly. Oh, we do need some more wood. Tree there. Yeah, we're getting to the point where we need to avoid doing wood. Yeah, I still do it. I know cactuses don't really give us much yield. But we could have went for another biome that gives us more wood and stuff. But I wanted to try a biome that I don't really use very often. And we're going to go for wood traps early on. Now, I normally go for steel traps just because. But wood traps give you more of a chance to actually just maim people. Right, the pelican situation, we might actually be needing to make more than what we're actually doing. Because I think actually we're running out pretty quickly of it. So I might make even more. So let's go to the campfire. Either that or it's just not being made. 250, unpause at 200. 250, 200. Because we've got the meat, so we will have to keep an eye on the food situation. The berries and stuff isn't a massive problem. I wonder if the animals are eating it. So if I go to the campfire, I want to click on the campfire, bills, come on. Campfire. If I go details and I go just drop on the floor straight away. Okay, so all that pelican will be made around there. Then what I can do is I'll make a zone for the animals. Zone allowed. And we'll go animals. Expand animals down here. So they can eat the berries. I've got no problem with that. But I don't really want them eating like the meat and stuff like that. So we'll create a space where they're close in the base. Don't really want them in the garrison because they're just going to make it all filthy. But let's keep them around here. Primarily, that's going to be the husky and the guinea pig. As you can see, pie people, where this series has come from is every series I've ever played. I basically killed every animal. Like, even if I've tried not to kill them, I've ended up killing them. And it's time to change. There we go. So we're going straight into complex furnituring. 2 research benches. Almost is starting already. I love that his name is Almost, just for pure confusion. Would be nice if we could get some wooden flooring in here, just to offset all the negatives, but I don't think that's particularly going to happen. So we've got pelican in here. I assume no one's like starving or anything like that. Doesn't seem like it. And even the game is warning us we need defences. So let's do that now. So I'm just going to do the normal defense that I always do. We don't need anything massive for the start. And then what we'll do is we'll build like a wooden door there so we can get out quickly. We'll go to security. 1, 2, 3. So we probably want a few more traps than that to start off with. And we'll go wooden. Basically, it's going to give us the chance of taking prisoners early. I keep saying, we're done with wood, as we literally keep making more stuff out of wood. There we go. I think that's quite nice. Or works quite nice. I'm going to have to swap that door down here. I could just flip the kill box, but I can't be bothered. Almost, can you do that straight away, please? Because then I can deconstruct that. And then that's just going to be much better. Not to keep bossing you about. But I just want the stuff that I want done. Right. Visitors. Well, good luck to you. I'm waiting for that first attack from Cassandra. We haven't got it yet. Right. Right, some trees down here, so let's get to cutting them. I'm always just anti... I really want to just keep with wood until we get to stone cutting and stuff, because I don't want to start wasting steel on everything, because then we're going to have to replace the wood with steel, and then the steel with the cut blocks. Have we got enough berries in here? So we have to be a little bit micromanagey in the way we look after berries and stuff. We're actually getting a stockpile of food now, which is really good, and it doesn't spoil until like a year. So that's really good. Mood-wise, how is everyone? So slept in ground, awful barracks. Yeah, if we could get enough wood to put on the floor, that could actually be quite ideal. Oh, no, the floor isn't ugly anymore. Maybe it was just dirty and hadn't been cleaned. Very nice. So, okay. I want to get off this now. Because I am right in saying that we can't grow on here, right? Yeah, okay. I was just making sure. So, kill box is going in. We've got some traps. We've got the stockpile. Food situation sorted. 2 research benches. Sleeping. So, complex furniture will then lead us into beds. Well, everyone's busy, which is nice. We could probably do with harvesting some more berries, so let's get that underway. We don't have negatives through harvesting, but we have negatives through growing. Luckily, we have quite a lot of like berry bushes and stuff nearby, so let's harvest all them. There we go. Research is getting done, but obviously when Almost is building and stuff, then he stops researching. The other researcher, what do? You mine and cook. So that's going to be a bit problematic. So I'm going to take you off research, and because you're cooking, you're going to be cooking quite a long time until we find out a way to do this in such a way that it's not going to bog everything up. We've got an attack, but I just want to do this quickly. So what I'm going to do is Julius... I'm going to take you off growing and plant cutting. No, I'm going to keep you on. But then I'm going to... Because you're not crafting or anything yet, so we'll put you on research. So then we're definitely going to get 2 people on research, so that will be nice. We do have a mad rat. I don't know why it's mad. Maybe someone told it a your mama's joke. Your mama's a rat. No, I don't know. Let's pause this, draft everyone. We could just lead it to go for our kill box, but... With our short supply of wood, I don't really want to do that. Okay, just making sure this is a melee weapon, isn't it? Yep. So we have the range people here, the melee people here. I would prefer... Oh, the rat's... Oh, the rat was about to attack the husky. That'd have been a funny way to start the episode. I'm looking after my animals this time, party people. And then, yeah. Okay, and then you just run the melee people round. There we go. Nice and easy. And we've got rat meat. Food is back on the menu, boys. Like, yeah, perhaps a bit disgusting. No, I think we're really good. And then it sets us up really nicely. Probably next episode to then start on our animal enclosure so we can get some tasty animal. So everyone is bored. Got some animals down here that need butchering, though. So the people that are bored are seedlings. So I might put you on a 2 on mining then, to give you something to do. And the other person that is bored is Arctic. So you just mine. So without mining, you're not really doing much. Right, so we're doing complex furnituring next. There's no trees in the immediate area, so let's start mining steel. I don't want to do steel. I'm going to be too stubborn about this. Right, let's cut some more trees. I know I'm being stubborn about this. I don't want to waste the resources. I know we can deconstruct like the buildings around, but you only get like... You don't get enough back out of it, I find, like especially in short doses. But I feel like that actually might be what we have to do in a bit. So the first attack we done. So hurrah for us. Hooray for us. There we go. So we'll get all that wood. Go back on speed 3. Gives everyone stuff to do. Almost as researching. So that's really, really nice. We'll get our kill box done. A very strong opening, I feel. Moods aren't great, though. Moods aren't great, though. I think because Hans is stuck in this room, his mood is quite low. Oh, he was insulted as well. Slept in heat. Oh, it is quite hot, actually. So let's go temperature. Let's get 2 passive coolers. And hopefully that can then help out. But yeah, that's not good if people are just sleeping in heat, getting negative. Be nice to avoid like early breakdowns and continue our strong start. Continue our start. Yeah, that would be good. But yeah, we'll get 2 coolers in there. That will be fine. Then that sort of just leads us then to just power through research. Food-wise, looking good, looking good. Wildlife to hunt. We got loads of camels. Again, an animal that we're probably going to want to keep down the line, but we will set up 2 for hunting. Set up 3 for hunting, treat ourselves. But yeah, at the moment, we just want to get our food situation sorted. But we basically want animals so we can slaughter them, so we can milk them, not in a bad way, in a good way. And then food situation sort of sorts itself. Everything's going to just produce. And because we have lots of animals, we will get a mood boost from that as well. Needs, yeah, a lot of slept on ground, a lot of slept in heat, awful barracks. We have got the wood, so what is Almost doing? He's hunting. No, yeah. Okay, he does hunt over construct. I might get him to build these passive coolers, because I feel like we're going to get a couple of early breakdowns just because people are sleeping in the heat. So if we can sort that out. Oh, there we go! Should we be the Confederacy? Like, what are we going to be? We are like Cowboy Nation. That is, yeah, that's what we are. We're Cowboy Nation, baby. And then Seedlings also thinks we should give our settlement a name. I mean, we could be really like pathetic and just call it Name. Purple Rock. I love some of these names. The randomization for the names in this game is actually quite good. The Creek. I know this means nothing to the game, but it always makes me want a good name, do you know what I mean? Like, Valley, are we in a valley? Could be called Minakuru Oasis. Yeah, we are an oasis, aren't we? So how the temperature's doing in here. It's dropped drastically. So it's like 38 degrees outside. Obviously, that will improve once we get better clothing and stuff like that. But yeah, it's like 25 degrees inside. It's a bit more water, a bit more cooler. So that will be nice. And we have got a heat wave. So that's probably perfect scenario getting that in. We're probably going to have some breakdowns, a combination of that. But that's not too bad. And we've got our 2 people on research, which is the most important. We are getting some leather now, which is really good for when we start clove making and stuff like that. So that's really good. What's the temperature in here? Quite hot. Okay, let's go for another pause. Moods-wise, going down. Again, slept on ground, sweaty. Might need another one of these. I feel like the slept in heat is going to go away, though. Some donkey meat is already rotted in storage. God, we didn't even get through that. So that's a note for the future. Don't hunt too much. Okay. Yeah, and it's just a case of getting through, getting beds up. That's the next negative we can get rid of. I feel like we're going to hit 2 negative, 2 breakdowns here. Uncomfortable. Okay. Okay, I hope then we don't get the debuff tonight. Yeah, major break risk. But we shouldn't get slept in heat, though. So I'm hoping we avoid that. Yeah, slept in the heat. Oh, it expires in 5 hours. That should go insulted? Who insulted you? Awful environment. I mean, we can try and get some more plant pots, but I think it might be a case of, like, awful environment. Oh no, the floor has got the negatives again. So I wonder if we need to be putting wooden flooring down. Because if we put wooden flooring down, I don't think it gives us any beauty per se. But then it will offset that. How much wood will we need to actually do all this? 300. I mean, we could do it. And start to offset some of the negatives. So maybe that's our next move. So we could go furniture. Get some more pots, some more bonuses. Because otherwise we're just going to have tons of breakdowns and we're going to go through that cycle. So let's go floor, wooden flooring. Get rid of all them. Because I'm assuming, so they all clean. If I cancel this, it's not just the floor is dirty, right? No. I think it is because the floor is sand. So the sand is giving us that negative. So wooden flooring. A couple more plant pots. And then I hope that might sort out the problem, at least until we get beds. Because now they're getting the slept on floor, like, negative. They should not... There we go. So the slept in heat modifier is gone. So we're fine with that. So that's going to help a little bit. Very low expectations. Awful barrack, slept on ground. Okay, we might need to expand this. I wonder if we expand it up here and then we can grow the roses or daylilies as well. Like just straight away on the floor because they don't actually need that much light. Yeah, inside is a lovely temperature. Outside is 41 degrees. Inside is 22, so it's actually quite nice. But yeah, some more plant pots because they actually give 15 a pot. Get it? Plant pot. They give 15 a pot. Brilliant, brilliant. Okay, and we have got recreation. We will need some cloth at some point. I feel like that helped so they don't sleep in the heat. That's going to be quite nice. Let's get the flooring in. I think that's going to be a good upgrade. Flooring's going almost too fast. It's never going to get old, his name, is it? Well, it probably will. Someone's already like, yep, it's too old. It's fine, pie people. Yeah, just wanted to start off with an hour, not only to treat you guys for supporting me and being lovely human beings, for people that are here for the first time and just graciously give me, your attention for however long. Just want to say thank you. This is my way of doing it. Instead of keep doing speeches about thanking you, I just try and make the stuff I am giving out just better. Do you know what I mean? I try and improve my quality and in that show how much I appreciate anyone that gives the time to watch me, even if you don't like me, which is a bit weird, but it's fine. I don't like myself, so let's cut a few more trees. This is the episode where I just keep cutting trees. Saying that, we are running out. How are we doing food-wise? We're okay. I think the cook's just getting a bit fed up. We probably need more berries. That's the problem. Okay. So, how are we feeling about here? So there we go. So all the negative threes have gone. Which is perfect. We've got some more plant pots in here. We have got our first raids. Well, let me get rid of this beauty modifier and let's have a look what we got. So they will prepare for a while. Just one person. If only we had the prison up. So I think next episode maybe prison and the stable. Because then the stable will allow us to obviously get the animals. But that's priority because the more animals we... Oh, that's disappointing. There's a donkey there that didn't get butchered. That's actually vastly disappointing. Okay. So we're cutting the trees down. Let's get more wood. We've got more plants. So the room, is the room getting nice at least? No. Spacious interior, so we get +5. I think the 2 from wearing a cowboy hat is sort of saving us. Right, they're harvesting there. The wooden flooring goes down. As almost does a runner. I think he's going to collect wood. Let's trust him. Got no reason not to trust him. The only other thing I would like to do is go zone, expand. Let's make another zone. Because I do like my zones as you party people go. And I'll just put a hide in here. And hide will literally be, hide inside. because not every attack we're going to want to deal with it. A lot of traps we're just going to want to lead it straight onto our kill box and be done with it. Okay, is that guy still down here? He is. Oh, here we go. So let's deal with this. I feel like we can deal it with the group. I'll wait for Julius to join us. Because actually I don't want him killing any of our animals or anything like that. And I don't want the animals eating our food, because the cycle continues. Okay, he's just got a melee weapon here, just got a dagger. So we'll get the melee people in front. Julius can be their protector, Hans as well, and Arctic. Don't go for the husky, don't go for the husky. Ah, I knew you were going to go for the husky. Right, melee people, rush him. He'll die before that. I don't want the bows to accidentally hit them. So I might just move the bows a bit closer. Because the melee people should be able to do this. Yeah, because what I didn't want was a silly, like, injury that, like, Arctic has got now. Death in 20 hours. Because we don't actually have any heal route. Okay. So we can't take prisoners because we don't have a prisoner. To be fair, I'm not going to rush to do that. We've got 5 people. So I suppose the next question is, do we get hill route on this biome? Like, I haven't seen it as I've been, like, looking around. So I'm going to assume we don't. So then we're going to have to make a little space to do some hill route. Yeah, can't see anything, so I imagine we don't. So that's important. I think that's the only thing we really didn't, like, we really missed on. So I think actually I'm quite, as someone that hasn't even got, like, tons of experience playing Rimworld, I'm happy that our only little mistake is we just missed a bit of hill route. Not too bad, if I say so myself. We have got a little space here where we could grow, so I might actually go, like, grow zone. Oh, no, we don't. Wait, is that desert? Soil, dark. Okay, so how are we feeling about this room now, party people? Still awful. Not only was it awful, I had to share it. Okay. I mean, there's no pleasing some people, is there? It's not tragic. It'll be better when we obviously can get the beds up and stuff like that, which next episode we're all decent for actually completing. Like, it's not actually that bad. So thank you for joining me on our first new Rimworld series, the Cowboy series. You know what to do now, party people. You know what's coming. If you got to this part of the video, leave a like, leave a sub, leave a comment. And I'll catch you next time, party people. Bye.